Screeners and meaners, greetings. NBK's set of Not Devastator is now complete. Let's go. Greetings, screeners and meaners. Another edition to Check It If Collected reviews, and today we're going to be checking out NBK 06. That's right, screeners and meaners. Hook is finally here. All right, let's take a look at the box for a second here, and those are all the sides, and then there you go. So since you've seen that, let's go and check out and we'll see what's inside of the box. Okay, screeners and meaners, here it is. Hook already together and transformed. I'm trying something new, trying to see if I can save some time by just trying to mix it up a little bit, just trying to keep going on. And it is Hook. So, you know, head being the top and stuff, whatever I transformed, look and let that go. Anyways, we're going to sit and look at him as his size. All right, you can see him right now. His height is about 7 inches, probably a little bit more with his shoulders. Going to be about 8 inches, 8 1/4. From there, as far as it goes with the size, I took the liberty of taking off the hoist itself. This is give that a little showcase by itself and everything, how just super articulated with that, and it just really works. That's pretty cool. That is really nice. Really nice. All right, get a close up of that. Look around. Going on, it comes all the way out, and they've done, I think they have done themselves for such a simple figure and so cheap. You can't beat it. I'm serious, simple as that. I mean, just simple as that. So hopefully the big dogs can see it and they can think about it for a little bit and stuff, but we already know how it goes with these figurines. These companies, once they start making these really cool figures, they get to that third party realm, and that's when they start to get to some serious other figures. You know, start getting to more up things, so the price will probably change. So hop on while you can, screeners and meaners. All right, let's take a look at the blaster here. I know it was inside the thing there, inside his little cabin or whatever there. So, but just to get a close up of that, which is really cool, really nice. And this compacts down. And I just have to say, NBK really outdo himself with as far as just making it a little bit more compact and compressed and putting that in the storage department. All right, let's look at this up right now, and let's go and get into the articulations. Right now, you can see that his shoulder pads turn around, and that's due to the combined mode, so that works. This actually head, just to let you guys know, and this does open. A figurine can't really fit in there, unless you have something like this. I mean, that can fit in there very well, so, and that works. That's why I actually was using that figure itself from the little Tenkai Knights Ionics, but nothing else really can go in there, stuff like that. So in the future, I'll probably get more in detail like with that, but that's pretty much it. So you do get a swivel 360 feet, and it goes up in the back. You get this as far as back to go this far. You do get super high career spending in the knee, but you have to bring this up. So once you bring this up, you gotta be careful. That is very thin plastic there. It goes them that far. All right, you do get the upper thigh swivel around. That's full 63. Leg comes out about that far. You can't do a full split. If you guys looking, you know, do like you know, poses or whatever the deal may be, how you have it on chef, or you're just doing the stop motion altogether. But that's it. Full 63 in a swivel. You do have to watch out for the back here. Make sure this is in this position, and you can also put this back here as well too. It's totally up to you, but you'll have it, you know, just kind of nestled back here, and it locks into place there. But I just took it off just because this guys want to show you the length and the height of walls. Excuse me. All right. You bring up here, and it looks like he might have some upper swivel in his chest here, but I think that's to do with transformation. We're not gonna really worry about that too much, but you know, just let that go. All right, you do get full turnaround in the arms. You do get full 63 in the upper elbow area region, but you have to be careful. It does have some locking mechanisms there, and it kind of bumps up against that, but that's whatever. You do get full 60° in the fist. All right, you have the head that goes up, down, and all the way around, and that works for him in that best mode that it can be. Now, time for the pros and cons. Up is the cons. Now, I'm going to say right now, that belt buckle here, that snaps in the front to hold in place for transformation mode. If you see that right there in this alt mode. And that is very annoying to get out of there. So you might have to get something to bite down on there to get in there and stuff. But other than that, I've been using some little needle nose pliers, which is these right here. But I wouldn't necessarily do that too much. But if something you can just pick in there and hold on to it, but that's it. But I have to say that I do give them props because this line does follow here and go very well, if you guys can see it on the camera. So to me, I use that for a reminder for as far as it goes transformation mode, especially when I'm doing a stop motion. Another con is that it's very soft, brittle plastic in some areas, and it just sometimes feels like something's about to go. Like back here in this area here, this piece goes and locks into place there. If you guys can see it, you know, it comes in there, but you might get confused. There's two of them there. One's I think used for transformation mode, and the other one I think is just there. And that's pretty much about it. So you got the transformation mode, and it goes right on. It clicks right into place just like that. But that feels like it may break in the future, and that's okay because I probably buy more of these just cause, you know, stuff. Whatever. I'm serious about that. All right. And let's see. I mean, pretty much that's about it with the cons. The pros is love the way the gun storage is, or the blaster. I love the way that is. You have this and you actually sit that in there and you see these little two pieces on there, and that nuzzles right in there some way, somehow. I think I had it the wrong way the first time. But it does muscle right there. Nope. That's it. Yep. So it closes right up, and that's it. And that is very clean, very, very clean storage. I mean, I can't, that is probably my favorite part of this figure besides the hook, the hoist itself. And that brings me to the other pro. This thing is amazing. It has working struts, you know, mechanisms, and it just works so well. And it can lift, due to how you have it, you know, set up. It could lift a pretty good amount, hold a pretty good amount. I would not say anything bigger than maybe 2 or 3 Legos or Ionics figures and stuff, but other than that, it really works. So I'm very interested to see how it goes. And it does actually look similar to, I think that's Perfect Effects After Combiner or After Effects, or I call it, but this Perfect Effect, the company actually used that and actually made that very well. So big ups to that on that. So, but I mean, the props to this, I mean, the pros is just, oh my God, the figures, it looks great. It has little looks to no bleed, and I just have to tip my hat off to them on that. All right. Really, really much so, I have to say that. So let's get to some size by size comparisons. Voyager Generations Brainstorm, that is a Headmaster. That is a beautiful, nice setup right there. That is really nice. I am really digging that. That looks really cool. Besides Brainstorm, that version of him being one of my favorites. And there's the ever so hard to find Botcom Overlord. I've been looking for that for years, and somebody actually had a few of them. I was going to buy all of them, but I said, nope, let me just get that, and that's it. I just need one. There's movie Generations 1 Drift. I don't too much care for that scale. I mean, maybe the stop motion I make work kind of well, almost like a Transformers Devastations going on there. I don't know how that would fit, but it is what it is on that. So there's deluxe oversized crosshairs. That looks pretty cool, but that size scale wouldn't work well. It might even work better with Bumblebee. And there's deluxe oversized deformation Bumblebee. So yeah, that scale to me works a little bit better. I think the deluxe might be a little bit too bad, too small. I believe there's some older ones back in maybe the early 2000s scale may fit a little bit better. I think the deluxes may come even a little bit more to the chest. It may fit better with me as far as it goes stop motion. And also the Transformer figure line, the smaller figures that they have, the little statues that they have, may fit better with me. Okay, screeners and meaners, let's then bring in the usual 3 to human to size by size comparison. Okay, screeners and meaners, here you have Mega Box, Mega Constructs. Here you have C3 Construction, and you have the Lego Chima. And they're looking down and they're looking up, vice versa, or whatever it may be, and stuff like that. So, yeah, so if you see and stuff like that, you will have one display, so you'll know what they look like as far as size and stuff. And these two might even maybe fit in there. I don't know. We'll see what's look like when they're going to go into the combination mode and the slash and or alt mode, and just take it from there. All right, screeners and meaners, let's go and get this thing in alt mode. Okay, screeners and meaners, and here it is in this alt mode. Sorry. So anyways, we're going to go right in here right now. We have this little Ionics figure here, and this is from, I can't remember the series, but it was the Ionics and stuff. I think it was the Tenkai Knights, if I'm not mistaken, and I just have that, put it in transformation. So as you can see right now, I'm just going to move this out the way. Move that to the side there. And look at this thing here. This is why I say that this might be the best out of all of them, because the hook itself comes all the way out. the hoist, the hook, the hoist, what do you want to call this stuff, whatever it may be. And you also have the legs. I didn't show this in the transformation, but these are the droppers, the stoppers, supporters, if I can't, if I'm not mistaken. And those come right out of the side there. And this here still is very articulated. Not sure that will make a shock thing, but then again, it still will work well with transformation. I mean, stop motion, and it just really hacks, really some really cool cues and stuff. So I mean, I have to give big props to this. I really do. So NBK really outdid themselves on that, and I have to give them props. Really, I can't say that enough. Screeners and meters. I can't. I really can't. All right, just take this. Let's move these in. All right, quick. And again, you get full 360 degree in this. All right, as you can see, you have a really extremely articulated hoist itself, and it's really cool. It's just like a regular truck itself. It's a full 360 degree that comes around there. Works very well. I mean, just really, very happy about this. I really can't get enough of it. I mean, they even have the right position where the front is. Again, you just have this here and stuff, having it front. Having that, all the wheels do spin and roll, and it just really works. And again, you have this swivel thing here. There's a locking mechanism there, but I showed it, I kept it loose so you guys can actually see it. But you can lock this here, right here on this belt buckle, and I thought that was another big props and stuff, but it's really cool and stuff. So, and it's gonna be kind of hard for me to get it out of there anyway. So, I mean, again, that's it. But the pros and cons about this vehicle mode. Screeners and meters, I'm not gonna lie to you, because even this coming down, it still shows that it has working struts. I have nothing bad to say about this in vehicle mode. I can't. I tried to look for some stuff, and I really can't. It just hits all the markers, and this looks like how all back in the day, which insert blank here as far as vehicle wise go, hoist, you know, hook. I think there's tow away or whatever, or grip all, or I think I forgot the name is. Anyways, all the variations of this in the past, I believe this hands down will just drop it, just knock them out the box, seriously. And I cannot wait to see the oversized version of this. Oh my god, I hope they hurry up and please come out with this thing. Anyways, all right, gonna move this to the side here and get some size by size comparison going on. Lux RID drift, that does not work at all. That's horrible. Alternators roll bar, that still doesn't work. Just like a monster truck. Battalion Prime, that works. Just Battalion Prime looks so unfinished. Combined Wars Onslaught, it's a zombie version. I know they call him G2, but I like to call him zombie because that's when they did the variation of colors for the Minosaur, but that's whatever. And Titans Return Skull Crusher. Okay, screeners and meters, let's bring in the usual three. All right, and here they are. Mega Construct / Mega Blocks. You have C3 Construction here. You have Lego Chima. And the Lego Chima probably fits a little bit better, but at the same time, it still has across the whole board, all of them have their own thing that you can display them with. But right now, I think that is really okay, pretty cool. I really do. I think the figures that they have, the aftermarket third-party figures, tend to be a little bit too small, but it is what it is on that. Okay, screeners and meters, let's get this thing in combine mode. Screeners and meters, and here it is in combine mode. I must say, I am looking at that head sculpt, and that thing looks fantastic. I gotta give it up to NBK. That is really cool. Oh my goodness, man. I must say they have outdone themselves. It makes up for all the loose parts on my part. I honestly have to say, I just love the whole, it gives all 3D effect, like with the translucent when it comes around to the head sculpt to the top, or the beam, or whatever you want to call that. It just really sets it off. Screeners and meters, I'm so happy. I'm really happy that I bought this set. And actually I think what I'm so happy about is that I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to stack up with the Jim Powell. I mean, Jim Powell, I can't not wait. I'm almost every day trying to look and see what's going to happen when they bring out set B. And I know I haven't got that up yet, and hopefully I should have it up there soon. But I just when I saw this, I had to go ahead and finish this and just try to show the side-by-side comparison of both of them. So that is just amazing. That is really simply amazing. I'm not going to do any size-by-size comparison when it comes to as far as it goes with the figurines in this head sculpt mode. Bring that down a little bit. Yeah, and it's just whatever. But seriously, that is really, really, really something. I'm really digging that. I cannot express how happy that I am with this. Throw in the little Mega Bloks Mega Construct figure here. Just show a little head can sculpt size. Yeah, that is really cool. That is really, really, really cool. Really digging that. Yes, that works, screeners and meters. That works. Ah! Surprise. That's right. Jinjang and NBK side by side. Screeners and meters, this is an awkward situation for me. And I'm going to tell you right now, to the right you have NBK. And NBK pieces are very articulated, very emotional, very cool, but it suffers because it is not as sturdy as the Jinjang. The Jinjang is much better as far as sturdy wise goes, but the articulation on it does suffer. So I think it took all the cues from this and then made it a little bit more simplified in that realm. And screeners, meters is a tough one. I mean, I could not make a suggestion, and I'm probably going to let you know right now. It's probably best to wait to the stop motion for me to make any suggestion with that. So articulation wise, you got your right, you got whatever, but it is very difficult for it to stand because the midsection here that's held together by long haul blaster in the midsection suffers because it cannot hold the best in the area that it is. It just doesn't. Here it makes more sense because they have a little piece that actually buckles bound, and that's actually, I think, is part of the waist that actually holds there and is a little bit more sturdy. But it is weak up the top, so that is an issue altogether within itself. So screeners and meters, I do not know what to tell you on that. Back to this, the top part here is much more sturdy in the midsection, so it has ones and issues here and there. Like I said before, if I could have anything, I would have them actually be able to cross each other, because if NBK is articulation like this, that means the yellow and also the translucent is going to be the same way. That's pretty much about it, screeners and meters. Let's continue. Okay, screeners and meters, without further ado, you know you have more to view, so let's see what this thing can do. Okay, screeners and meters, hope you guys enjoy that stop motions there. Yeah, I kept it really simple, trying to go a little back to the basics, and I'm trying to give all my extra oomph and actually try to give out to the other just to show what's going on. And guys, if you haven't checked out my little Black Panther series, Mini Mace Black Panther series, I pretty highly recommended it because of course I did it and just wanted to actually put that out there. So guys, hey, listen, I'm still here, I'm still doing this. I love this. I think this is fun. This is great. Love doing the stop motion, love doing the reviews. The reviews can be challenging sometimes because sometimes there's too much to talk about in these figures, but hey, listen, I'm still going, I'm still doing this here, and that's pretty much about it. So as always, thanks for the watch. Sub me, you love me, share if you care. Screeners and meters, do what you do as long as you do it well. Gerald Network, and I'm out later.